So you have your own band called the Imboden Yacht Stars, right? That
Yeah.
plays semi occasionally here, or out there, I should say.
Uh,
And I watched your sizzle reel and I kind of looked through it. It seems like, sure, it's yacht rock, but if correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like essentially what you're doing in that band is choosing songs that you've had some part of playing either with the original artist or recording with them or touring with them or there's some history for Triss with each and every one of these songs that you've got on the list. Is that right?
that's exactly the concept, Dave. And it's
That's
not so
cool.
much just me. It's everybody
Sure.
in the band has an association with every
Got
song
it.
that we play. And actually, I'll try to make it brief, but it was this is how it all kind of came to pass. I'd been invited to actually, or we were planning, my wife and I, to go see Ringo and his All Stars.
Nice.
And at a half an hour before we were going to leave, I get a call from Greg Bissonette who says, Triss, I can't promise, but there's a good chance you're going to sit in tonight. We're going to play double drums and you'll be on Ringo's drums. And I was like,
Holy
what?
crap.
And I get goosebumps talking about it. So he says, take a look at Give Peace a Chance and with a little help of my friends, because we do them as a medley.
Yeah, learn,
And so I'm
learn
like,
this medley, no
oh
rehearsal.
no,
Go.
I know. So it's a half an hour before we have to leave to go to the show, and so I have my wife drive, and I'm frantically, watching YouTube, and
Oh
to
yeah,
try to
that's right.
learn the
There'd be a
medley.
version of it out on YouTube. Of course.
Yeah,
Smart thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So anyway, uh, I they call me up. I get called up, and in the middle of with a little help from my friends, and I'm actually playing on Ringo's drums, and Steve Lukather, and I know
Yeah.
everybody else in the band, Amy Stewart, and all the cats, but God, I still couldn't believe it. Oh, Greg and I have been friends. I mean, since the early '80s, or before that even, and I love that
Amazing.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good
So
guy. Yeah.
so on the way home, okay, I was going to make this short, and I'm already making it long.
This is a great story. No, no, no. This is like
Okay.
these are the stories that Gig Gab is about. Like when these come out, like
Okay.
tell them. It's great.
Okay, great. Well, it was actually my wife's idea, the entire thing. She said, that whole concept is so great what Ringo's done. He has, everybody from other groups that do the hits they played or wrote or sang on. Each one of them are featured. And she said, with all the records you've done and with all the people in what is now deemed the yacht rock genre, you could actually put something together like that. And the more I thought about it, I thought, yeah, that could be fun. And then I thought about it more and I went, wow, man. Yeah. And so I started making a few phone calls, and everybody I called went, yeah, man, I love that idea. And
Awesome.
and so anyway, the band as it stands now, we went through a few personnel changes, just as bands do.
As bands do. It's
Yeah.
you keep a band together by having personnel changes sometimes. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, but as it stands now, anyway, it casts a real wide net as far as material that we can play. The concept is you either have had to have played on the record, played with that artist, and played that song with that artist, uh, played on the road with them, recorded with them, or all of that. And
Sure.
and if you have, it's fair game. So as such, it covers this enormous ground, like all the way. It cuts a swath from Donald Fagen and Steely Dan, that I
Yeah.
gratefully got to work with Donald, and all the way to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and all the what's considered. There's a subgenre called Yacht Soul too. So we do,
That's
you
right.
know,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do, Michael McDonald and James Ingram, that duet, and we do,
Yep.
that stuff as well. But the guys in the band are just so great, and I've got, on guitar is Bruce Bollinger, who actually wrote and played on Michael McDonald's first solo album, and then he
Right.
was with Boss Skaggs for many years. So, and Michael Paula that I worked with, I was with Al Jarreau for a number of years, and
Oh, I didn't
he
realize
and
that.
I,
That's amazing. Wow.
oh man, what an experience that was! I could go on for hours
We'll
about.
have you on again, and we will. We'll
Okay.
make it happen.
Oh man, I mean, I still am pinching myself with the music I got to play and the people I met and got to play with as a result. Just a little teaser. I got to play Spain in Madrid with Chick Corea, who was a friend of Al's, and Al. I mean, because Al had done that brilliant version,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
where he had written lyrics to it. So I got to play it with Chick in Madrid
Dude,
with the
that's
Al Jarreau.
awesome. That's
I
awesome.
still, I still can't believe
That's,
it.
and that's just like taking the opportunities and making it happen and
Yeah,
playing with as many people as you can. There it is. I
yeah,
love it. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So